Hey, collective, welcome in to Intuitive Dreams 1111. My name is Jennifer if you're new to the channel. So you guys, I am off from my day job today and tomorrow, and I didn't even realize we had Labor Day coming up on Monday. I just happened to take off these 2 days and then just realized 2 days ago, I'm like, oh my, I have Monday off too. Bonus. So here I am. I get to spend more time with you, which is what I really enjoy. And yeah, so we're going to freestyle today a little bit. We're going to start off maybe with a couple of oracles, and then we will get into some tarot, and we're just going to see where this goes. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's let it be a surprise. What do we have going on for the collective? I'm already feeling chills. Thank you, Spirit. They're coming in, helping to provide some messages. So I'm starting with the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck, just so you know. Pull a couple of cards. What do we got here for the collective, please? What do they need to know? Truth, card 25. So some of you got a truth coming in. Oh, and there's one that fell right here by my foot. Guides, protection, good fortune. Guides, good fortune, protection, truth. Okay. So, before I start, I want to say, I, for the past 2 weeks, have been waking up at the witching hour. It was, it's okay if I wake up at 4 a.m. I'm okay with that. But this week, it ended up where it was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, right? And finally, the night before last, it did the same thing. And I ended up getting up I just was like frustrated. I'm like, I'm not going to lay here because I know I'll just lay here and then my eyes will open up at 4 a.m. So let's just get up. Let's drink coffee. Let's start the day. So some of you might actually have some sleeping patterns that are a little off. You might be finding yourself waking up a little earlier. If you're not aware, that is when you are more relaxed, more open to your guides coming through and communicating with you. So you do have the guides card out. All right, so feels like they're communicating with you and wanting you to know a truth. Okay, so you know, the universe, our spirit guides, our ancestors, God, whoever it is, you know, who your higher source is that you believe in and you talk to, clearly want you to see a truth. They want you to know a truth. However, please be mindful, you are protected. They also want you to know that no matter what this truth is, and we'll look into it and see if we can't find out, can also bring good fortune. All right, which is beautiful. So again, this is for the folks. If you're having those awkward sleeping patterns, okay, this is for you. Okay, your team is trying to come in and talk to you. So let's go to the Akashic records. Let's pull from here and see what's going on. Let's go with if Spirit, if you want to provide something more clear regarding you as the guides, number 7, please. Okay. They already know what I want to ask. So we have solitude. There is an owl on this card. So owls, their wisdom. Owls are very attuned to what is around them. They hear everything around. They see everything around. They're very much connected to their surroundings. Spending time alone is often what we need to hear. The whispers of the soul. So that's just like I was telling you, when you are asleep and you start waking up at those odd hours, you're more open and you're more vulnerable for them to come speak to you because you're not up during the day doing your job and everything else that's, keeping you distracted. Get to know all aspects of yourself so you can stand on your own in any situation. So they want you to sit in solitude. Okay. So there's a situation you need some truth about. Okay, so let's switch up. I feel like I'm running out of room here. We're going to go to Mystic Black Rose. So tell us about this truth for the collective. Give us some insight, please, on the truth for the collective. That's number 25. This one wants to come out. Ooh. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So we have clown, denial, and dismiss. And I will show you the cards in just a second. So there is a situation that you need to start walking away from. You might not see what this situation is. I don't know if it's you're refusing to see it, or if you're just kind of dismissing it like it's nothing. But whatever this situation is, it's appearing as something different than what it truly is. So I'm going to let you take a look at these cards for a second. Okay? Focus in. There is a situation you need to get the truth about, or see the truth, or come to the reality of the truth. And it's, here's the moon. Okay, so the moon is secrets, illusions, fears, confusion. So there's a situation that could be bad for you and could keep you away from good fortune if you don't wake up out of not seeing it or the denial of it, because it's something that's very much giving a different appearance than what it really is, right? So as we know, when we see clowns, they put makeup on. And we don't really know what that person looks like behind that makeup. So let's say somebody hires a clown, and the clown shows up at a birthday party and that makeup's already on. But you don't really know who that person is. And they go home and they take that makeup off and they are who they are. But when they walked out to that party, nobody knew who they were. So is there somebody in your life that you think you know, but maybe really you don't know? And it's time to see the truth. There's an illusion around this person, possibly causing mental stress. Tell me about the protection. Card 1. Oh my goodness, it's a lot. Well, not too bad. So the person in your life that you need to get a truth about makes you extremely emotional, right? So at one point, they can really upset you. And maybe another time they confuse you. And this makes you feel like maybe you even want to lash out at times. Right? It can make you feel erratic. So sometimes if somebody gets us really upset, we might make a decision or do something while we are emotional and upset, angry, and it can be an extreme decision that was made that can harm you or harm the situation around you, right? And I don't mean like as in like physical harm. I'm just saying it can be a negative situation that can upset other people around you and cause other people to be emotional. The magnifying glass, you know, it says finding the truth, showing proof, validation, confirmation. It's the magnifying glass. It is, can you look at this a little closer? Do you feel the disruption in your body? Right? Because in order for us to be connected with somebody healthy, I'm not saying we're 100% emotionless. No, there's emotion. But if it's somebody that is causing us confusion, illusion, upsets to where maybe we're in a high and a low of how we feel, which becomes erratic and then angered, and then making decisions or doing things based on our emotions, and only our emotions can get us in trouble. So that's where we would need to pull back, process how we're feeling instead of going out and acting on it. You want to process it, right? You want to think about that. What did that person say? Wait a minute. Am I reading into what they said too much, or am I not reading into it enough? How did it make me initially feel? If I initially felt hurt, right? Or did I initially feel angry? Or did I feel confused, right? Process what it was that made this person, how it made you feel. And your spirit guides are like, we need you to sit and think about this when you're quiet. Don't act on it when it happens. Pull back. Lay in bed. Meditate. Think about what happened. And then how did it make you feel? So clearly there's somebody creating a situation that is not making you feel your best self. Is it keeping you from your good fortune? Card 13. 13 is also the death card in the tarot. So that is an ending for a new beginning, or just overall transformation, right? Can we transform the situation, the person, or does it need to end so you can begin something new because of the good fortune? But you are being protected, but you can only be protected so much because you have free will. So while your spirit team, your ancestors are trying to get hold of you and help protect you, you can still have free will and make a decision that could go wrong. Okay, so you need to be mindful of that. That's why they're trying to get a hold of you, and that's why maybe your sleeping patterns have been disrupted. And it was interesting because I have a neighbor that I've lived with, she was next to me for 12 years. I moved in, and then I want to say it was 3 or 4 months, she moved in with, her children and her boyfriend at the time. And 12 years is a long time. So she's been my neighbor. I've seen her have 2 kids. She has, funny. Yeah, she had started dating again after breaking it off. So I've seen a lot. So her energy, I've been very much connected to. And so she was in the process of selling her house. I tried to do last year, but it was not the right time for me. So I backed off. But this was her time. And a lot of me getting up, I was picking up on her energy because she officially moved her stuff out yesterday. And then, no, the day before yesterday. And that was when I ended up getting up at 3 a.m. So I felt, it was very weird. I felt her energy going away. And not a bad way, because she's only going to be about an hour from me, but she wants the farm life. She's very much nature, and I'm very much a water person. But, you know, we have a very close spiritual connection, and the fact that we became neighbors happened for a reason. And so I felt her energy. So, you know, you getting up at these odd times is your spirit team trying to work with your energy to get you to wake up. So what is the good fortune about? Oh. Soulmates. Children. You have a connection that needs to end, this one, because some of you have a soulmate coming in. Some of you want children. You may have been connected with somebody who made you think that they were okay with having children, which kept you in denial and still connected to them. But all yet, you were very emotional. And I think you want to have children, or you have children already. You take that as it resonates. Something with children, but a life partner is expected to come in. But you have to pull away from this energy for the new energy to be able to come in. Let's get some more information then. Tell us a little bit more about this person that needs to be removed from the collective's energy. Tell us something about this person that needs to be removed from the collective's energy, please. Five of Cups, Devil, Six of Swords. Yeah, this person's There's definitely toxic patterns with the devil here. This was a karmic, okay? You know, karmics, you know, we learn lessons from. Sometimes they're tough lessons. You know, they need to be left behind so you can move on. Six of Swords is transitioning yourself away from this person. There's Capricorn energy. They don't have to be a Capricorn. They could just be in that energy. It could be they're just lustful. They could have addictions. Again, they have the clown here, right? Like I said, you may not fully know who this person is because clowns wear makeup. So there could be very well something they're doing that is toxic. There could be some sort of an addiction. But you're being advised to move away from this person. Can we get more on the devil, please? More on the devil, please. Page of Wands. Very lustful. They like to remain free and lustful. They don't want anything that would actually be grounded, like a soulmate, a life partner, right? A deep love connection with children, the family. They're very much attached to lustful connections. And the Page of Wands is a very immature energy. So it's almost as if they haven't outgrown that lustful stage, right? Where they want to date everything that they see. So it's much like, you know, if you love cake, you know, it's hard to, if you love cake, it's hard to pass up, you know, when you're out and you're like, oh, look at that bakery. Ooh, that cake looks good. Let me go and get a slice of that cake. And then on the way home, you stop by the store because you need to pick up something. I'm getting chills. You need to pick up something. And then you go to the bakery section and you see another slice of cake. And you forget that you have cake in the car already from the previous stop that you were at, and then you go pick up more cake. So it's like this person can't stop with the cake. And this is where I think you're getting to the point where you're extreme, because you could be forcing a situation that's not for you because this just isn't your person. So this is why your spirit team is really trying hard to get you to wake up, because they want you to see you have something good coming into the future for you. Let's pull an angel card number. I hope that this helps. I hope that you're able to see this situation and know that you getting away is for your protection, because you could end up doing something that you might regret, you know, especially if somebody's always triggering us. 0707, compromise, self-awareness, forgiveness, empathy, resistance, freedom. Release what no longer serves you and let go of grudges. Six of Swords, the release of letting go. The grudges, you know, you getting very angry, upset, your emotions are in and out, all upset. You know, you can forgive yourself because you probably went into this situation honestly, right? Probably letting this person know what your intentions were was to settle down and have that family. And they had, you know, the clown makeup on. And they were like, yeah, sure. But it never happened. You know, time kept going on and they weren't hearing you anymore. And your expectations were not being met with this person. Openly express your emotions and seek compromise. When understanding is lacking, it's best to move forward. So if you can't compromise with this person, and with the devil energy here, I mean, this person's got a lot of work to do. So if they haven't started, who's to say they'll start at all? So it's best for you to move forward for your own protection. Embrace the truth. Okay, they want you to embrace this truth. And it will set you free. It will set you free from being upset, emotionally upset, and from possibly doing something you could regret because of acting on only your emotions. Forgive yourself for trusting this person. It's not your fault that they showed up to the connection wearing clown makeup and never taking it off and saying, hey, I don't want to be married. I don't want to settle down. I don't want to have kids. I just want you to be one of my many that I'm open to talking to and flirting with and being lustful with. And, you know, they created an illusion, and that's something they need to deal with separately because they're misrepresenting themselves to you and to others probably. You're not the only one. So you have 7 on the guides card, and then we have 0707. Keep in mind that 7 is an extremely divine connection. It's a very spiritual number linked to the spiritual realm. So this is very much with the 0 is, you know, your guides, God, universe, 0, right? That is protection against 7, you. but we have free will. So that's why your spirit guides are coming through and they're waking you up. They're trying to make sure you're not making a mistake on somebody who shows up inauthentically and is upsetting you. That is not your fault that they are misrepresenting themselves. Forgive yourself for believing in this person that wears fake makeup. Be at peace with it. It might take time. Let it go. Good fortune's coming in. You have a soulmate that's ready to have children. Or if you already have children, they will accept your children. They want the family life. Collective, that's what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon.